Jeremy Rubin here from Premier Pools and Spas. I've had a chance to finally get to my computer and start working on a design for you, and I wanted to just come up with a concept that I've just wrapped up, and of course all of this is subject to change. I'm just trying to get you some ideas of what you can do in the area, and I do dress up the designs a little bit, put some landscaping in, some plants, furniture, stuff like that, just to give you an idea, even lighting, just to give you an idea of what the possibilities are. So, you know, you may hate some of this, you may love some of it, you may hate all of it or love all of it, I don't know, but what I encourage you to do is just don't be shy, ask for whatever revisions that you need, and but really this first go at this is really just about finding something that kind of gives you an understanding of what can work in the space. So, so here we are. I'm making a quick little change here, just a little bit of adjustment. Typically, I'm gonna run through and make little tweaks here and there as I'm talking and introducing the design to you. All right, so what we have here is a rectangular pool. It's actually the same size and placement as the last pool that I had sent you, but of course the last pool didn't really have any materials or anything of the such. And so what I've done is I've added some materials. With a few clicks of a button, I can change the materials, whether it's these the facades here on the exposed beam or retention wall, or the decking itself, or the coping, the interior finish. Even the plants, I can change the plants, colors, all of that can change with a few clicks of a button. So really, more or less, I'm focusing right now on the size and the placement and the shape and the functionality of the pool. And then we can dive all the way into all the details like the tile color and the interior finish. I know we've kind of gone through this once with the other property, but this being a new build, it can be whatever you want. So here we are. We've got a small pool. I know it's kind of hard to understand the context of what the size is. So let me put somebody in there that is kind of swimming around a little bit. So we're going to drop her in there, and I can show you kind of what the size of the pool is with a few people in it. So there's somebody treading water there. I'm going to put a grown person here. And bear with me, I'm just kind of going to pull you through all of these little details so that you can kind of get an idea of the size of this pool. So there's a full-grown man there. This spa, you can fit, 5, maybe 6 people in there comfortably. That's a 7-foot pool, or spa. You can go down to 6 if you want to, but I find that 6 gets a little crowded in most cases, so I would stick with, 7 or above just to make it more functional. So here you go. You've got your rectangular spa that's elevated 18 inches. I like 18-inch height because it's the same height as like a bench or a chair, so you could just sit on that coping right there and use it as a seating area as well. Swing your legs over, get into the spa. I don't like to wrap the bench all the way down when I have all the way around when I have a spillover, because a lot of people will actually sit right here on the edge or like to stand in the corner. But I did put a corner spillover in the spa so that the water's spilling into the pool. I have a couple bubblers in there, of course, on the tanning deck. The bubblers really help circulate the water on that shallow surface area, which is really important for keeping it clean and keeping the temperature kind of consistent throughout the pool, so you don't get the hot spots and cold spots without that you'll get with poor circulation. So there you go. You've got 2 adults in that pool so far, but you can see that there's room for more. You can have some flotation devices in there, a raft to float in. It's big enough for that. If we look at the actual size of the pool, we're going to go ahead and highlight it and look at what we call our smart data. And the envelope of this pool is 22.5 by 12. And then as I mentioned, the spa itself is going to be 7 by 7. This pool, the square footage of that pool is 254 square feet. We have a tanning deck in there. I have 4-foot wide entry steps into the shallow end. I like going with 4 feet. 3 feet's enough, but I feel it's a little narrow, so I like to go with 4 at least. And then, of course, I've wrapped that tanning deck around the spa, so you've got room for full-size lounge chair. You can run it this direction or you can turn it this direction if you want to and put it here. You know, if you want more tanning deck, I'm happy to go ahead and reconfigure that for you, but I want to show you what we can get away with this configuration. There's also smaller furniture as well that you can use that is very, it's made for being in the pool, right? So it's you know, it's good stuff. Ledge Lounger is probably the top brand. They've got other chairs, like for example, this little guy, which is a little bit smaller. You can fit that in there as well. So just giving you some ideas of what you could do with the space if you chose to put some furniture in that pool area. I put some furniture out on the deck. So we have a full furniture set here, some umbrellas, you know, another set of furniture over here. Of course, I have some plants in the planters, but I don't know what you want. I just went with like a variegated ginger or something, just something kind of generic at this point. But of course, you can put perennials, combination of plants. That could be something you can switch out seasonally if you'd like to. And of course, with these planters, we would make sure that there's proper drainage so that the water that gets into these planters can drain out through that wall. And you don't have any weird flooding that's going to happen in the planters themselves. I do have a walkway that goes around the spa. As you can see, because the elevation drops in your yard, we would have an exposed beam here on this pool. This exposed beam is right now we're looking at, let's see. Yeah, we're just under 4 feet, about 4 feet. We're going to call it 4 feet. That is about the max that you want an exposed beam for a pool. If you go any further than that, as far as height of an exposed beam or retention wall, then you're going to come across some structural issues and we probably need reinforcement with block. But as long as we're at 4 feet or below, then we can shoot all of this in gunite, which makes this a lot more affordable than if you were going to do it in block itself. So I do have a split travertine here, but you know, if you want to explore some stack stone options, you know, we can look into that. That's not part of our in-stock material selections, but we can pretty much get anything you want. Sometimes it just takes some time and some research to find the product, and typically if it's a special order, it's going to be significantly more in price. But if we went with something like a stacked stone, you know, you could get you know, a different look, maybe something like that, or maybe something with I don't know, let's see, Tuscany look or feel. I'll leave that in there for now. But you can kind of see the options that are available for you. Right now I have a 12 by 12 inch travertine coping on there. Whenever I go with the geometric pool, I try to go with the bigger coping instead of the 6-inch wide. Usually I'll go with the 12-inch wide. It's a little bit more, but I think it gives it a cleaner look overall. For the decking, I have an ivory travertine with a Versailles pattern in there at this point. And I did a two-tone look as well. So I did a noche for the coping and the border of the deck, and then I did an ivory for the main deck. You do have some other color options and stuff. Travertine's extremely popular. We also have a marble product that we just started using that's just absolutely stunning. We have 3 different colors in marble, but we can only do that in a herringbone pattern, but we can obviously explore that option as well. So yeah, I just you know, wanted to send you what I have so far. Let's look at the lighting really quick. We don't do all the exterior lighting. We just do the lighting in the pool and the spa itself, but I can partner up with some landscapers, you know, like Martinier Landscaping, or to just do the lighting if you want to do some exterior lighting. I put some lights in the steps. I put some lights in the planters. You know, of course, I strung up these lights on these posts here. You know, once again, I just put the posts here just so you can see possibilities. You don't have to have those there by any means. I can pull all those posts out, but I just want to show you what you could, you know, potentially do. These posts, we don't do these posts, but once again, if you got any exterior lighting in, before we do the decking phase, we would go ahead and have a landscaper come in and sink those posts in the ground so that we can deck around them. But you know, once again, this is all just ideas at this point. I'm just putting stuff in the design so you can kind of see spatially what it would look like. So there you go. I love to hear your feedback. I know you waited probably about a week longer than I had hoped for this. I apologize. It's just been incredibly busy, and I've had a hard time getting at my desk just to design. So hopefully this is helpful though, and I look forward to your feedback. Let me know your thoughts. I'll talk to you very soon. Thanks a bunch.